already.
Michelle.
Waddle on in here.
Cannot get her positioning.
Welcome back to Tree Hill Talk.
Yay.
The One Tree Hill podcast.
Hosted by three friends.
Oh.
What were you going to say,
I was
Rich?
just going to be like, brought to you by, I had nothing. But it was like, Tree Hill Talk, the One Tree Hill podcast. And it should
It's
have been
brought to you by It Takes Three Network.
yes.
Oh, how nice.
Love that.
Thank
Claps,
you.
claps.
And Perrier. No, I'm kidding.
No.
We're drinking
Fucking
Perrier
wish
right
so.
now.
I mean,
I mean-
maybe.
I mean, holla.
We can hope.
One can only dream, right?
One can only dream.
Yeah.
But this is not a Perrier podcast. It's a One Tree Hill podcast.
Yes. We are three friends that watch One Tree Hill every week, and then we talk about it.
Yep.
We watched, well, I'm Ingrid.
Yes, I'm Liz. Mhm.
Alyssa's like, yes, that is your name.
No,
Yes.
because I knew she was,
I was
about
like-
to turn. I'm like, nope. But names?
Nope.
Names?
Names? Sorry. I feel like we
It's
haven't
okay.
recorded in 12 years.
It feels a long time. It
Came
feels a
out.
long time.
We came out of a cave.
Today is another Thursday for us, which is not the norm. We usually
Mhm.
record on Mondays,
Yeah.
and the episode goes live the next Monday. But today you'll get it. Yep.
I'm Michelle.
travel.
Yeah,
The
Michelle
third
is
voice.
here.
Yeah,
She's here.
You know what's funny? So we're going to do Let's Talk OC next.
Yeah,
We're going to have to switch up roles.
we
Yeah,
are.
we
I
are.
know. It's
Which
gonna
is
be
kinda
really
weird.
weird.
I'm
I
just
get
saying,
to do predictions
You're
by
doing
myself.
predictions. Like, it's just going to be different. However, not it. I'm not doing the Patreon speech.
I could do
Oh.
the Patreon speech.
Yeah, I mean
That's
it's the same in anything.
I
You
could
can still do the roll call, Michelle.
Yeah, you could do the roll call.
I could.
That'll
Yeah.
always be yours.
I know.
Exactly.
We'll just keep all those roles. We'll
Yeah,
do the same.
The ending of the show rolls same.
Yeah.
We'll keep it.
Anyway,
Yeah, okay,
But
guys.
for the most part, you're gonna have to run the show, Michelle.
I'm totally pumped.
I mean, I'll help you, but
Yeah.
again, I don't remember really anything about
I don't know
OC,
anything.
and Ingrid knows nothing. So
I know
it's gonna be a good time.
Seth Cohen,
you guys should go on the ride with us.
bagels,
That's
Bagel,
right.
Seth
Chris
Cohen,
McCa-
California,
California.
We're going to a different coast.
Ryan Atwood, right?
Yes, good job. That's okay.
I know Misha Barton's in it. I don't know her character's name.
We won't.
Awesome.
And the brunette
I mean-
girl from Heart of Dixie.
Exactly.
There you go.
Rachel Bilson.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
it's gonna be fun.
And that the
Just-
parents are cool.
Yeah, it is so
It's
incredibly.
like all I've taken from
the
Michelle's.
parents are non-existent
Oh, and
on
then
Montreal.
there's
The parents are
Atomic
very existent.
County. That's the only thing I know.
Yeah.
That that's
Yeah.
a comic or something.
This is she. I mean, she's got the gist of the
She
show.
does.
We don't even need to do a podcast.
Way
on
less
it.
complicated. This
It
is
really-
not Let's Talk OC,
No,
though.
it's not.
No,
But,
We're just
spoiler,
excited for it.
teaser. It's a little teaser.
little teaser.
That's what's coming.
So excited.
Can't wait to share it with Ingrid. I don't care if no one listens. I
Right.
hope you all listen because it's our company.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to share it with Ingrid.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
when we started this podcast, we didn't think anyone would listen to a podcast about One Tree Hill, and all of you people out there have
Seem to like it. And
really
us.
graced us with your presence and your love and enthusiasm.
When I was telling Aunt's cousin about our podcast and my brother-in-law's friend that he's seeing, it's about it. They're like, "Is One Tree Hill still on the air?" And I
know.
was like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, I thought so. People are listening to you guys."
Yeah,
They
people-
always do that. They're like, "What?"
I know.
People don't
That's
get
the
it.
first question. Hasn't that show been off the air for
Right.
like 10 years? I'm like, well, it's like 8 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, people like to talk about it.
But I always respond enthusiastically, like, "Yeah, it's been off the air, and that's what's so
Isn't
great
that
about
amazing?
it."
Isn't
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
amazing? Yeah.
People love One Tree Hill. It's
Right.
one of those nostalgic early 2000 shows that everybody loves.
It's great.
So that's why we're here to fill that void for you.
Yeah. We get to
Remind
talk about
me-
the thing that you love.
I have a segment I want to bring up in our segment section.
Oh, I'm ready for
I'll
that.
remind you about
I
this.
love our
Thank
segments.
you.
I'll be like,
I just
Michelle,
forget.
remember that seg?
segment?
We got that seg coming?
Light bulb.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right. What did we watch, guys?
We watched season 9, episode 5. The title was
The Killing Moon.
it premiered on February 8th of 2012.
Michelle's got the good
She got the
Gave myself
giggles.
the giggles. No, the way I said it, it sounded like you're listening to an audiobook. The Killing,
Killing
Moon.
by Michelle Rubenstein. On a dark night.
On a black screen.
On a black screen.
3
Should we
words.
tell the whole podcast like we're reading a book?
Dan Scott burned down his diner.
She's great.
Well, they had the before. Oh God, my brain is
Previously
really,
on.
really.
Pre-
Thank
yeah.
you. Previously not.
Oh,
Good night,
okay.
everyone. I need to take a nap.
She's gonna roll right out
Alex,
of here.
That's that's how my day has been. Like I had like Butterfingers all day. I'm like throwing. I just not a good
It's
day
been
for
a
me.
week.
It's been a week. Tomorrow's
When
Friday.
you said Butterfingers, I
Of a Butterfinger candy.
You were
I
throwing candy
wish.
bars
Like,
at people. I was like, oh
can't
my
believe Liz
God.
is eating Butterfingers.
I would never throw a Butterfinger at someone. I would
No,
have to
I'm
eat it.
Not a big fan of Butterfingers.
Really?
Yeah, they're okay. They're not my favorite.
The texture
It's flaky.
is really flaky, and then like the middle kind of like nougat like sticks to your teeth.
yeah, I don't know if
But
I
it's
like
like
that.
I like it.
I'm more of a Twix kind of
Oh well,
person.
that's my fave,
Hey.
hands down. But
Give me a
Butterfinger,
Twix. Call
I
me
feel like
happy girl.
Butterfinger is underrated. People don't like
I just-
gravitate towards it,
I
but
don't like the name.
if I get some, I'm like,
I don't like the name. I don't like it.
Butterfingers,
I like
Butterfingers.
when they're tiny.
the mini Halloween size,
No, like even tinier.
like the little
There's
nuggets.
tinier
Yeah,
than
they have, like,
Halloween
The
size?
bite size.
They have like the it's like
Oh, like
literally
the
a little
pieces?
square.
Oh,
Yeah. This is a candy
This is-
podcast.
oh,
imagine.
Just kidding.
that would be lovely.
Let us know if you want that.
If anything food related, we're there.
Fuck it.
So
Let's do it.
anyway, so we have a black screen,
Right.
as we do. Season 9,
Oh,
black
yeah.
screen.
Always.
Have a lot to cover. We open up with
Haley.
Haley, she's worried,
She's
as she
leaving
should
messages.
be, as she should be.
Yeah. Her hubby hasn't come home yet. It's not like him to not call, not to check in, not to let her know, hey, maybe I'm going on nothing. We haven't heard.
Yeah, it's not normal, and she's right to be worried. She has a gut feeling something's wrong. Then Dan walks in.
And she's like, can you watch the kids today? And
And
he's
he's
like, no, I got to be away from the
I
house
have
today.
to be away from the house. What
that
kind
about?
of phrase
What are
is
you
that?
doing? Maybe he had a long list of lurking to do that day.
I have to be away
He's
from
like,
the
I
house.
have to lurk at the park. I have to lurk at the beach. I have to lurk at the cafe.
And
He
to
has-
me, though, that for some reason made me feel like red flag. Someone's coming to the house. He has to be away from it. Like the intruder or someone like legally. To me, I was like, oh, why does he have to be away from the house? Is someone coming to the house? But
See,
that
I
didn't-
thought it had to do with Nate's.
he knew that Nate
Yeah.
was missing. Or
Yeah.
he plotted that he was missing.
Yeah.
Shady.
And I thought, oh wait, I can't. I can't give my.
What did you
opinion.
think first time you watched it, Ingrid?
It's so long ago for her to go back to those
I
thoughts.
don't
6
remember.
years ago.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast, let alone what I thought about 2012.
That moment with this
that
episode.
specific moment. I figured Dan was just being Dan.
Dan,
just
lurkin',
being like, yeah, I
dirkin'.
gotta go do some weird
You
shit.
right, Mitch? Oh, she
Okay.
couldn't find her
Oh.
phone.
No, I'm just putting on silent.
Oh,
Oh.
good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he had to go baptize someone at the beach. I don't know.
Right.
Next scene, Brooke, Julian? Brooke and
Julian is at the kitchen, kind of sulking and
Oh, yeah, he's
being
out of it.
tired.
And the
sad,
police won't press charges.
which is
And
And
he's
good.
Brooke's
upset
like,
about
of course
this.
that they didn't. And he's like, they probably like should have.
Right,
Because he's so guilty.
yeah, he feels guilty. He feels like he's a bad dad, that he should be punished somehow.
Mhm.
And at the same time, Brooke is kind of running around because she needs to cover for Haley at the
She's like,
cafe
can you take the twins?
to the
I
sitters.
trust you. You have to get over this. We're going to have to get past it.
Yeah. She's
She's-
doing much better.
She's trying to cheer him up.
I mean, has this been one day, though? Or like not even,
This is
it
one
hasn't
day.
even been 24 hours. And she's like, we're past it. It's like, not
Well,
yet.
because
but
of that scene last
right,
week
I know,
in
the
the
car
car,
scene.
she has to do. She has to be the strong one.
that was
she does,
literally
she
like
does.
the night before.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
10 hours ago.
right.
Yeah, it was the night before,
Mhm.
and this is like the next morning, and she's like, "It's okay," and he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, remember I was like
Remember, like,
melting in my
Yeah.
car, trying to
Yeah.
be, you know."
She's like, I trust you.
she says, you
all
need to
that.
learn to trust yourself. Quote, unquote.
Quote unquote. Then we have Chase and not Alex. Michelle.
Oh, you know what I wrote? Chase, not Mia.
Oh,
Freudian slip?
Definitely not Mia.
Definitely not me.
Not even close. I would really appreciate some Mia at this point
Right?
in time.
I truly hate this girl.
It's
I
like-
want Michelle to give
I
her.
like fucking hate this bitch.
We should put some like music in the background while Michelle
Yeah,
just
okay,
goes
Michelle,
in.
I want
on how much
I
he hates
want
her.
your full 100%.
She is become a trigger for me,
Same.
and I just met her.
I feel the same
I-
exact
I-
way.
Really like hate her.
Every time she came
I
on the
know.
screen, I just felt Michelle tense up on the couch, and she was just like, I fucking hate, like
She-
under
It's
her
because
breath,
she's
"I
just
fucking
fucking
hate-"
with everyone,
Sucks
every single character.
so much.
Like
I-
we hated her last week, but after the shit she pulls this week,
Yeah. And you know
Oh.
what? I feel like we haven't had a character to bring like in this villain
It's
Right?
It's bringing everyone down.
in a long time.
since
Yeah.
Rachel, really, like
Yeah.
this catty, like just shit starting.
Like
kinda.
last season, who was the villain?
Katie Ryan.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
I'm
sort
trying to like,
of,
but I think I was
right?
more amused
She
by
was
Katie
7
Ryan.
into 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had the hiccup.
I was
Um,
more amused by her and
mhm.
entertained by that.
right. It didn't
Right.
bother me. I was just like, wow, this is so silly and ridiculous.
Yeah. And she was kind of only really in the Quay.
Yeah, she
Circle.
didn't
This
bother
Girl
everyone.
is
She is
affecting
getting.
everyone.
Yeah,
She
she's a
is.
fucking plague.
She's a parasite.
Yes, she's the plague.
she's a
She's
plague.
literally that tick.
Let's not bring up the tick.
Sorry.
I could post it.
Oh, on Patreon maybe.
Hey,
Not that anyone
wanna
wants.
pledge? You can
So
see
gross.
pictures of engorged ticks.
Ew. I mean,
Michelle at work today.
Patreon.
Her and her coworkers found this tick on this dog that
Oh,
was
man.
literally filled to the brim with blood and was white, and it was absolutely vile. But if you want to see it, head over to patreon.com/joyhilltalk.
it looks like a jelly bean.
It looked like
with
a
legs.
tooth, like a molar.
I don't know what's worse. Like
The toe.
worse.
I was thinking of
The-
the ant's
Why
toe.
do we gotta bring up?
no,
I know.
I wasn't thinking of the toe, and
Now
now
you
I'm
are.
thinking
Should I
of the
post
toe.
that too?
No, I wouldn't. I want to save all of our babies. I would never do that to them.
Or I mean, let's just might as well throw in Meat Bucket Tim's picture too.
I told you, Meat Bucket had another situation.
Yes.
What the?
He doesn't know how
My
to chew
friends,
his
I'm
food.
so sorry. For our
I-
friends
We're going
here.
into
Yeah.
a rant, but our friend Tim likes to eat steak and then not properly chew it and then
He-
swallow and
He
choke
doesn't
on
eat
it.
steak. He
He
just
swallows
swallows
steak.
chunks of steak.
Had to
and-
go to the
and some-
hospital.
Had to go to the hospital because he felt like something was stuck in his throat. The doctor removed said piece of steak and then they took a picture of it for us because we weren't there.
I
And-
saw
Meat Bucket.
It makes me want to
I
vomit.
saw Nick Ants for about 5 minutes in Port Jeff before we went over to
Oh.
Connecticut. And so somehow the Meat Bucket story
Oh,
came up in the
God.
5 minutes. Of course,
Right?
Aunt had to tell. And so he shows Nick the picture, and Nick's like, ugh, it looks like a thumb.
oh.
Oh God. Our guy friends like to send us nasty pictures of things.
Right. Not
Um,
fun.
Okay. Anyways,
I don't even know how we got
if you're
here.
still here, we're gonna continue.
So we have Chase and not Alex. So not Alex brought us all the way to Meat Bucket.
Yeah. Well, she is a meat bucket.
Kind
She's
of on
a
the
meat
same
bucket.
level.
Kind of want to vomit thinking about her.
But she's in
And
bed
Meat Bucket.
with Chase, which I was
They
super
hooked up.
disappointed with
Me
Chase.
too.
But he's
He-
hurting, and he
he's
hates Chris
hurting.
Keller.
But then we have
But then-
naughty naughty.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah. Chase has like it's like a mirage of Chris Keller and then it
Yeah.
turns into Chuck.
Which I thought was a dream to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just little Chuck who looks like mini Chris Keller.
Yeah. He's trying to be like his little idol.
They called him Kid Keller.
Kid Keller.
I think
Kid
that's
Keller.
funny.
And he's like, "Oh, what'd you guys do? Have a sleepover?"
Yep, that's what we did.
Yucky.
She's so gross.
She is gross.
She probably has STDs.
Not a fan. And then he says that his dad's coming home
Yeah,
today.
Chase says, "Why don't we go to a movie? You get to pick." And he's like, "I can't. My dad's coming to visit today."
Yeah, and he wants Chris to go.
Yeah.
He wants Chris to meet him.
And Liz and I were like, this is it.
This is
We're gonna meet the
we're
dad.
gonna meet the dad. Dada.
Punch scene's going to happen.
Punch
Very
Did we think
very,
about this
very
punch
soon.
scene? Because we heard about it at a
We heard
at the
about it.
convention.
It's definitely happening. Just don't know when. Maybe next episode. Maybe Chuck's dad. I'm doing the predictions. Well, you should.
That's
continue.
fine. Fuck it. We can do whatever we want. It's our show.
It's true. No, I'll say it later.
Okay.
Then we have Clay in therapy.
Clay's talking to his shrink doctor.
Dissociative fugue disorder.
Dissociative fugue disorder.
Fugue.
Fugue.
I'm glad you both got
Mhm.
that because I didn't.
Like
Well,
a
I was
fugue
thinking
state.
like a
Yeah.
like an identity disorder, but no,
No.
it's
Yeah.
sort of.
It's
like a
pretty much
dream.
his brain is blocking out something horrible that happened to him.
And it's making
And
him go
it's-
into a state.
A fugue state that he doesn't remember what he's doing. It's his brain is pretty much trying to protect him from something.
Right.
Yeah.
Temporary can become someone else.
Yes.
Crazy.
Thoughts? I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
I don't know how many thoughts I have on
Yeah,
it
I mean,
currently.
I know what it's gonna boil down to is something from his childhood, I guess.
Well, I think
Because the
well,
little
I
boy
don't wanna
is
jump
supposed to
ahead,
resemble
but
his dad passed
Right.
away.
We're
We
learning
find
more
that
and
out
more.
later.
yeah.
I guess we never previously knew anything about
We
Chase,
never really got
Chase
that deep.
Clay's
The
parents.
deepest we got was Sarah,
Right.
and then the shooting,
Right. Exactly. That's
which wasn't even that deep,
no. Wasn't deep.
honestly.
He just got shot. He was fine.
Well, no, I
Took-
mean,
took
we
him
didn't
a
get,
couple weeks to
he
recover.
wasn't
just
fine, and
knew-
then he was.
yeah, he was just in love with
He
Quinn.
got an
They-
He
organ
loved
transplant.
Quinn. Yeah, he loved
Right.
Quinn. Still loves Quinn
No,
Yes.
I know.
for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right now, no thoughts other
think
than that.
It's very interesting the way the writers went with this character
Yeah.
and developing this story for him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Right.
guess I don't know if they were like, okay, we're gonna make this character. He's gonna be a little damaged. We'll find out about it later.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his wife. He's gonna get shot, and then we'll have this disorder.
Right.
Was this the plan, or they're like, oh wow, he went through all this. We can make him.
He should have a
this.
Mhm.
disorder. Yeah, like he shouldn't
How
be
can we
so
make
normal
him
all the time.
deeper?
Right.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You will see. Then we have Julian is.
He's checking the car seats 100 times and
Yeah, he's.
making sure the mirror is facing them, and
And then he's
it's
looking
very
at
nervous.
Davis, and we find out that he eventually decides to take him to the doctor
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
not the sitter. But before
Auntie
that,
Quinn?
Auntie Quinn and Haley, they're talking about how Nate hasn't shown up, and Haley's like, I think I need to tell the police.
Right.
Something's not right. You know, everyone keeps telling her, oh, maybe he just missed his flight.
Yeah, I went on a later flight. It's
But-
like, okay, but he still would call.
He would still call to let her know.
He has my phone number. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad.
Very
Really
bad.
So
Yeah.
Quinn comes to watch the kiddos.
Yeah, and then we have a scene where she's calling him, and we see his phone on the table, and then we
in
see
like
someone
some warehouse sort of
pick up the phone and smash
throw it against the wall and smash it.
So,
So,
it's warehouse. There's a table, a bottle of liquor,
mhm.
and this guy. It's a man.
Definitely a male's hand.
and he has bracelets on.
To me,
Yeah,
it
like
looks like an
cuffs.
older gentleman's hand. I know that's probably just
I
really
don't know
like
about older,
not like
strong,
yeah. Oh, that like a
Man
like a
hands.
yeah,
like
a
40.
hefty like
At
a
least
a
40,
brolicky
you know?
hand.
Definitely not that drug dealer.
No, I don't think
That
it's
drug dealer seemed way too skinny.
right. This appears to me like not that it is Dan's hand, but it could have been Dan Eske's hand.
Agreed.
Right? You know,
Of
like
stature.
yeah, someone who's like done a lot
Mhm.
with their hands.
Yeah.
Someone that's good with their hands.
Someone good with their hands, strong, has murdered people.
Strong
Murderer
murder
hands.
Yeah.
The murderer hands. I mean, that's what they look like to
I'm
me.
so intrigued.
Yeah. Who's it gonna be?
But we kind of
Who is it?
we talked about we predicted this, that he'd be kidnapped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Then we have
Chuck.
Chuck,
Is asking
the kid Keller.
Chris Keller to meet his dad.
Yeah, and then not Alex, aka Tara, comes in,
And Chase quickly
and she like
mounts him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, a child.
Right. She doesn't give a fuck.
She's such a hoe.
She mounts
me
Chris
cry.
Keller, and Chase quickly sees that Chuck's face is
He's
full
like,
of shock
"What?"
and scurries him away like, yep. And Chuck thinks that Chase's girlfriend has now left him for
right.
Chris.
He's like, oh
Yeah.
man, it
Yeah.
sucks to be you.
Sucks to be you,
Uh,
Chase. I
and then
can't.
we have another therapist scene with Clay.
Playing the doctor.
And he's saying, your wife died. Tell me about Sarah. Tell me about the painkillers. And Clay's like, I don't want to talk about any of this.
He's not feeling it.
digging.
Yeah.
He's trying, and he's getting
like,
nothing.
I'm not
Clay
about
wanted
it.
well earlier
He
we
wanted
didn't
to
say he
leave.
wanted to leave, but they said no. You checked yourself in. You have to stay
stay
for 24 hours.
24 hours. This whole episode is like a 24 hours theme.
Mhm.
I just put that together.
It's the show 24. You
It's
didn't
the
know
show
that?
24.
One Tree Hill slowly turns into the show 24.
Well, that would be interesting.
That's Nate's new character.
Oh.
Then we have Brooke and Millie, and Brooke doesn't know how to make a latte.
Yeah, she wants a vanilla latte and a pistachio muffin, and Brooke's like, coffee's good, right?
Coffee's good. Coffee. I mean, I don't know how to use those big machines either.
No, I would have to definitely be trained on how to
Yeah.
use the
I
big.
have a small one. I don't know how to use it. Only Aunt
Oh,
knows how
yeah?
to use it.
Yeah.
I've had it for 3 years.
Still don't know.
Aunt makes
Oh.
the espresso. Why do I need to make it?
Yeah, if Aunt
Yeah,
makes it,
that's
you don't
why
need
you
to
have a
make it.
husband for it.
Right. Exactly.
That's
Right.
what husbands are for.
Michelle and
Making
Aunt got
espresso.
about like 15 coffee and tea things for their engagement and
We could have
anniversary.
opened up a shop.
Yeah, you could have had a barista Mitchum's, and
That's how it is. We have all the coffee things.
we love it.
And then while the girls are at the cafe, this is when not Alex brings the peace lily.
It's a face-to-face friend request. She makes
Fucking
me want to slap her.
bitch.
I knew she was.
She-
I was like, you're not trying to be nice.
No.
Something is wrong
Yeah.
here. Ugh. She just. Ugh. And like, I know we've had villains before where I'm just like, get them away, but she's like so worse right now for me. I don't know why.
I think it's because we haven't had one.
We
in a
haven't
while.
had one in a
yeah,
while.
just
So
like an
you
annoying
forget.
character.
How
Right. Because we've had
Evil.
essentially all these characters that pretty much all love each other.
Yeah.
And they all, for the most part, get along with each other. Hasn't
Right.
really been like serious fights. Any issues, it's like the couples with each other, but they're
Right.
still together.
Right.
We haven't had like a complete outside person that is just
Yeah, she's so
the
frustrating.
scum of the earth. That
Yeah.
is not Alex / Tara.
like Nanny Carey, we obviously didn't like, but
Right.
maybe I was very passionate
I don't
Remind
think I
us.
don't think I was,
Was I
as
this
passionate.
passionate? because I really hate not Alex.
I
To
mean,
me,
you really didn't like Nanny Carey either.
I didn't like
No, I
any
didn't
of the
like-
villains
no, I
because
didn't
it's
like-
like, oh, you're harming my characters, but they're there for a purpose. But for some reason, not Alex.
Who do you
is
hate more,
just-
Rachel or not Alex?
Right now, not Alex because I'm nostalgic.
Right, Rachel
Because
is
I'm
like old
nostalgic.
times. She
Rachel's
did
like-
redeem herself, sort of, a couple of times here and there.
She would redeem
and you
herself
know
and then be
what?
I
like,
don't think not Alex can't come back from what she did to Brilliant. I'm just saying.
I also
can't come back from
feel
this.
that Rachel was a kid.
Right. This not Alex is like evil to the core.
She's
She's
m-
root
She's
evil.
mid-20s, so
She should learn
just
by
being
now.
you know,
She's not an adult.
perhaps. But we got Rachel. I mean, she was a little.
Rachel
evil
was
too.
high school age, and then we got her when she was married to Dan.
Dad.
And even then, I was just like, I love this.
Right, I like.
Yeah.
You
I
hated it because
yeah, but
it
I
was
hated
Rachel?
it. But
She was only messing with Dan.
yeah,
Right.
So it's like she didn't affect anyone else. Really.
Right. yeah, this girl is just. She seems very evil
yeah.
Yeah.
all around.
She is.
What's her motive?
Right. Just to
Is
be a
she connected
bitch?
to the Nate thing? Like this guy who kidnapped Nate, is he working with her and they're just disrupting Tree
Oh
Hill?
my God.
They're there
that
for
would
the
be a
takeover
thing.
Yeah.
You're right. They're trying to take over Tree Hill.
just by being dicks.
Yeah.
A bunch of dicks. Next we have Chase
and Chuck?
at the bar.
Chuck's disappointed in him.
They need to
Yeah.
talk. And this is how they talk about Chris Keller's girlfriend. And
Yeah, and he's like, I'm disappointed in you. And he walks away and leaves
Mhm.
his full root beer.
Because Chuck
Yeah.
thinks that Chris Keller took his girl, but he's like, nah, I took Chris Keller's girl.
And he's like, I've never been more
Why-
disappointed in
yeah.
you.
Because like, well, that's
Chase is
not something
like,
you
come
brag
on.
about
Yeah.
to a 9-year-old.
yeah.
Like
Again,
for them to
treating these
understand.
children like they're
Yeah.
mini adults.
Because they are.
I know.
They are, but they're not.
I know.
Yeah.
Then we have
CK comes to the Naily residence.
Chris and Haley.
Mhm.
And Haley tells Chris how Nate hasn't shown up. And then Chris, of course, has banged everyone under the
a
sun.
police officer,
A
flight
stewardess.
attendant.
And then he's like, a stewardess. I mean,
I love
flight attendant.
when he walks in, he's like, Chris Keller is insulted by your lack of enthusiasm. And
he's
Haley's
holding
like,
a
I
CD,
can't
right?
deal with
His
this right
demo.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Can't deal.
Chris, of course, offers to help.
Yeah.
Because Chris will always love Haley.
Right.
Yeah.
He's great.
And then we see that Julian decided to take the babies to the doctor to
Yeah.
get checked because he's worried. He thinks that they're going to have symptoms that haven't come up yet. And the doctor's like, look, you need to relax. You're not a bad father. I've seen bad fathers. You're not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And writes a little prescription for him to
Yeah.
relax.
And Brooke calls him and he's like, we're just out,
Yeah, I want to spend more time
and
with
she's
them.
like, something's up. She can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah.
But, Julie's going through some things.
Mm.
Then we have Quinn and
Auntie
Jamie
Quinn.
in the pool. And Jamie is still on the werewolf kick and
That was
thinks
funny.
that
I like that ongoing joke that Clay's a werewolf.
that Clay is a
Yeah.
werewolf and gives her a silver coin to
Yeah.
protect herself.
If anything, Clay would be a vampire. Just saying, but
Totally.
yeah,
I like
pale
I,
skin.
I-
he's had a little bit of a tan lately,
but
but
it's not
still-
not
I don't know
nearly
if
enough,
It's a tan or just a little blood rushing to the skin.
right? Yeah.
yeah.
But I appreciated the Harry Potter Lupin.
Yes.
reference.
Yes.
And the silver dollar
They've done a couple Harry Potter references.
Yeah.
with
Well,
Jamie, right? Like he
Hermione
likes,
Hermione. Madison
yeah,
was
they were
Hermione.
right
Yeah.
for
Oh,
Halloween.
they were all Harry.
And
Yeah.
Jamie quoted
I
Harry
forgot about
Potter at
that,
the
yeah.
speech.
Right.
yeah
for the
so
wedding.
Jamie loves some HP.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Right.
Little
Like
J.K. Rowell.
Yeah.
Then we have Millie is teaching Brooke how to make espresso.
It's cute. She's so adorable, Millie.
And then that's when we find out that there's roaches. in the
Cockroaches.
plant.
So disgusting.
And Millie sees the first one and throws a mug on it, and then
And
there's
then just
more
more.
crawling out of the plant.
Disgusting.
Brr,
Gross.
So gross. So not cute. Just so
Look
gross.
up. Oh, so then Brooke goes over to Tree Hill Cafe.
But first, Chase is there.
Chase.
Oh, right. Chase goes there to talk to not Alex. He's like, this can't happen anymore.
yeah, we need to finish this. And then Brooke
I
walks
wish I could
in
have finished their conversation
with Millie, and Brooke's like, "You're dead to me," to Chase.
I loved that.
And then she confronts her about the roaches and says,
And
"Look,
not Alex is like, oh my God, they have roaches over at Karen's Cafe.
oh God, she's the worst."
I just
Just wanna
love how
shake her.
Brooke was like, I used to be a bitch like you.
Yeah.
And
But like, was
I know how
Brooke
you
that evil? Like, this really.
Brooke was a
Some
bitch.
bitchy thing.
Yeah, I know.
In high
It's
school,
so hard for me
yeah.
to see her that way
But
anymore.
she was a bitch. Remember how she treated Peyton?
Yes.
Like when Peyton and Lucas
Yes,
thing
she
happened.
was very catty.
Really
She said some nasty
made fun of her
things.
dead mom.
Yeah.
I mean, we
She's grown leaps and bounds.
yes, she's grown into a beautiful adult, but we definitely do not forget how bitchy Brooke was. In fact, Millie goes, "Look up bitch and you'll see Brooke."
Yeah. I love it's cute. Millie.
Yeah, she's adorable.
Then
I have-
Clay again.
Well, he looks out the window and he sees a little kid.
boy. I was like, is he imagining this little boy?
I also thought that too.
And the therapist was like, nah, he lives here.
Yeah,
his
he's just
parents
been here a
died
while.
like when he was born or something.
Yeah.
And he's been here forever and he's like 7 and he's just chilling.
Yeah.
Now, I thought he said that the kid comes and goes and visits, but like, how could a kid do that?
I didn't
The
get
kid
that.
lives there?
Did he say that?
I thought the kid lived there.
Perhaps not. If
I
you
mean,
both
that's
are
really
different.
sad life to live in like
Yeah.
I know. But
Yeah.
then, not to
I mean, he
jump
has like
ahead,
a real room with the bed.
he has a room, but
But there's like no
it's-
stuff
there's
in it,
nothing
though,
in that
right?
room.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then part of me is like, wait a minute.
Is he really here?
Right.
I know.
I'm like,
Is
is
this
Clay
therapist even
imagining
here?
this? No, I think Clay's actually there, but I'm like, is this therapist? Is this Clay
Is the
imagining?
therapist taking notes like he sees a kid that's not
and
there?
working
Yeah,
through
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah, yeah.
stuff because he's
Oh, you're so-
revisiting
that's
his younger
That
self?
is going to 100% happen.
You do?
The therapist is going to appease him that he is seeing this little child to get to the root of the problem. I have chills now.
Me too. I mean, this storyline's kind of good,
I
right?
like that. Yeah.
Show
It's
him
kind
this
of
in the
like
writer's
another
room.
thing with him with the heart situation. The heart. Getting the kidney from
like
from
the heart
Will.
situation.
From Will.
Yeah.
Like he saw him this
Wow,
whole
you
time.
remember his name?
I
didn't remember
know.
his
that was a
name.
trip.
trivia
Shocking.
question that we had.
It was
was
a
a
trivia
trivia.
question. Yeah, so it was kind of like that same. You think they'll do that again? I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's not my least favorite plot. Obviously, we know my least favorite plot is not Alex, so.
But if the kid wasn't real, I mean, the therapist to entertain that, I don't know. We'll find more. It's just that kid's
Or it's just, like, in his
bedroom,
head in
There's
general.
nothing there.
Yeah, it was weird. Like maybe you're right. Like he does come and go. Like when he needs to talk, he comes
But
here
the kid's
and
like
stay.
6 years old.
I know, it doesn't make any
Who's
sense.
transporting this kid to
it,
the
yeah,
place?
it doesn't make any sense.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a younger Clay.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's name is Logan.
Right. Like his
Favorite
favorite
werewolf.
Right. Well,
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Sorry.
werewolf.
Sort of the same.
No, Wolverine. I'm thinking werewolf Clay.
Yeah.
His favorite superhero.
Yeah, right. His
Superhero.
favorite superhero
His
is
favorite
Wolverine. Right, right.
I love that werewolf named Logan.
Right,
LOL.
no, but that is like a kind of a foreshadowing moment. You know,
Perhaps.
perhaps. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm interested with that.
All right.
Ellie's
Ellie's at the police department.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And obviously the police says.
I mean,
hasn't
that
been
is how it
24
works.
hours.
It
That's the
has to be
protocol. It
24
sucks,
hours.
but that's the protocol.
But then Chris is like, "Hey Haley, can you give us a second?" And he gets all nice and is like, "Look,
Everyone in this town is so easy to,
right? Well,
persuade.
Chris is a smooth talker, but he actually says some genuine things like, she's a good person, he's a good person, he wouldn't do this, and he even says like, would you just leave her like?"
Mhm.
And at the timing, Haley's like really
So
sad,
sad,
and just
yeah.
like
I
looking
know.
over, and you
Yeah.
can tell Chris still cares about her and is trying to help her find Nate. And the cop is like, "Look, I'll do everything I can, but it has to be 24 hours
Right.
because he's a grown up."
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about how the therapist told Clay to go take a walk. And so then this scene, he's taking a walk.
And he runs
into the little Logan.
Right. And they're talking about planes.
And then he talks about how his dad died. And he used to fly the planes with his dad, but he never actually flew them.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was afraid to.
He was afraid of them.
Something like that. Afraid to fly. And then the little boy later on. We'll get to it. I don't want to spoil
Later
it.
on.
Let's call him Kid Ghost.
Kid Ghost.
Casper.
Kid Ghost Logan. Casper the Friendly Ghost. We'll get to it later.
So wait, what's his name? Kid Ghost?
Kid Ghost Logan, the Friendly
Casper.
Ghost.
But
Kid
that's a
Ghost
lot.
Casper.
Kid Ghost Casper? That's
Yeah,
a tongue
Kid
twister.
Ghost Casper
Kid
is
Ghost
good.
Casper.
Okay.
Okay.
Logan.
Kid.
Quinny in the pool again.
Yeah, and Jamie yells, "Cannibal!"
Cannibal. And that
instead
was
of
funny.
Cannonball.
She's like, did you just say cannibal?
and it made me want to try to remember, because I know there have been things where I've said the completely wrong thing and it's actually something else, and you just find out like 20 years
Right,
into
yeah.
your life, you're like, fuck, I've been saying that wrong. That always happens with song lyrics.
Yeah.
Like you're singing or like you do karaoke or something, or you hear a cover of a song.
Yeah.
You're
That's
like,
more
oh, that's
clear,
the
and you're like, oh my
words?
God, that's what they sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
saying
singing
that
it wrong
my
for
whole
10
life.
years.
Yeah. But I can't think of anything like that where it's like an actual word that I.
Cute, though.
Yeah, it was cute.
And she was resting
I
on
used
the lounge
to
chair.
say, nip it in the butt, but it's bud.
It's Bud,
Yeah.
But I would be like, nip it in the butt.
I used to say butt too, and then
I think
someone
I
told
used
me it
to
was
say
bud.
that too. Yeah. It's,
And
nip it in
then,
the
but I
butt is
still say
better.
butt.
and then I think I always used to say you fold like a cheap suitcase. And then Aunt's like, no, it's you fold like a cheap suit. I'm like, no, it's a suitcase.
I don't know that one.
Anyway.
Let us know of the things you were saying wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quinn's on the lounge chair watching Jamie in the pool, and then Dan comes out.
He's lurking.
Lurking.
He lurks a little bit, has a little conversation with Quinn.
Yeah. He's
about
like,
Clay.
he just says like, oh, as long as you both like are happy or
Well,
trust
she
each
said
other
you
or
didn't
something.
need to drown Clay.
again.
Yeah, again. He's like, yeah.
And
But
he's
it
like,
works.
Yeah, and then he goes, yeah, but it worked again.
Mhm.
Like,
He's got a point.
yeah, both times.
he
it
just says
made
his
Clay
piece
click.
and then just walks back
I know,
into
he
the
just
house.
disappears. Dan Wisdom.
Dan Wisdom. Love it.
Little Dan. Then we have Chris is at the bar with Chase.
You know why I'm here, don't you?
And Chase
Chase
is like, oh,
"Why?"
shit. And he's like, I need a beer.
I need a drink for a drink.
Toss me a beer. Have a late night.
Oh, Chris.
And he says, I heard you don't have to tip if the bartender gives you a tip.
Isn't this where he says he's not going to see?
He's not going to see
Right.
Chuck because he's got
a lot of stuff to do.
things to do.
And by stuff to do, he means not
Girls.
Gross.
Not Alex. Which I think is just, it's funny that he's been still seeing the same girl. Again, I keep getting this
Right.
in my head, like, Chris Keller doesn't date just one girl, but he has been just
But of
dating
course,
this
the one
girl,
girl,
slutty girl.
yeah, the one girl he does
because
pick
she
is
makes
trash.
herself available.
She does.
Right.
Very
you know what
much
I mean?
so.
Like she keeps coming back and
Sully's hiding under the chair from Liam.
Yeah. Now we have Julian is back at the cafe and visiting Brooke, and he asks
He
for
wants
a
a chai latte.
latte.
She's like, how about coffee?
How about coffee? I
Only
still don't
get-
know how to do this.
Cute.
Brooke is a very intelligent woman, just can't make espresso.
Right.
That's
And
all.
this is when Julian says he actually brought the boys to the doctor.
And at
They're
first
fine.
she panics.
Yeah,
she's like,
well, because of course.
she's like, what happened? And he, he can't get over the fact that this happened, that how could he forget about his kid in the car, and he just can't move past it. Even though Brooke has, which at the beginning you would think that Brooke couldn't get past
Right.
it, but
right.
he's the one that's struggling.
Yeah.
He's like, if people keep making me like giving me the benefit of the doubt. I'm sick of people trying to do that for me. And she's like, it's an
Yeah.
honest mistake. Anyone could have done it.
Yeah.
And then, is this when he goes out?
No,
Not yet. Okay.
Then we have the scene with Haley's at the airport.
Right.
She's trying to get information about Nate. At first, the woman only can tell her that flight arrived, but then Haley breaks down. She says, no one can help me. What would you do if it was your husband? And the woman, does the typical thing in the movies, like, okay, but don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone.
And she does. She breaks the rules, and she says that Nate did
He did get on the
arrive.
flight, and then you see Haley. It's kind of like they zoom out, and she's like looking, and
Yeah.
like, oh no,
Yeah, so he
something
arrived,
bad.
Probably her heart
And she
racing.
finds
right?
the
Ugh.
moose outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad.
No
I'm
good.
like, she's gonna just what do you do
What,
besides
right.
just like
Yeah.
collapse? I wouldn't even know what to do.
So she
Ugh.
knows something bad has happened.
Yeah.
Then we have Chuck
Chase comes to visit him at the house.
to tell him that Chris Keller isn't going to make it, but Chuck
Mhm.
had a sweet moment where he says, "I didn't think I had to tell you."
Yeah, it was a
that
given.
It was a given
That was
that
really
you would show
really
up.
cute.
Yeah. And they
Really
go,
sweet.
They shoot some hoops. They play horse.
Horse, HORS,
Yep.
and that's the end of the game.
Horse.
Horse.
Horse. Um.
And his dad's running late.
Right.
Right. This is when we get the note on the
This
car.
is when Julian goes outside.
Oh, my
and he
poor
finds a
Juju. He's
note.
had enough. Just leave him alone. Leave Brittany alone.
Fry your burgers, not your babies.
Oh, that is like
Who do you think wrote that? Did you have an inkling?
my first reaction was it's not Alex because
Mm-hmm.
she's a bitch.
Like, who would write that?
Who
And-
else would write that?
And who would be around? I know it's a small town, but
Right.
you'd have to really have been around and
Mhm.
see the whole situation go down.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was my initial thought.
Yeah.
Was correct.
Yeah.
Then Quinn visits Clay,
Clay.
and he's not a
With Lydia.
werewolf.
He's not.
It was a
she
cute
brings
scene.
the kids.
She brings the kids.
Jamie, they test out the coin on Clay's arm. It's not a werewolf.
Bummer, man.
And Quinn's kind of saying to him, like, you want to leave because you're afraid of what you'll find. And
Right.
he's like, I know.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then this is when they play horse.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're playing, and then this
And
is when the
then this
dad
is when the
shows up.
daddy shows up.
What do you think of
Ah.
Chuck's dad? Is he what you
Yeah.
pictured?
Pretty much. He's
Yeah.
younger, I think, than I pictured,
Yeah,
right?
Agreed.
But the mom looks kind of young, too, so
I mean, they are young parents.
they're supposed to be young, yeah.
I mean, Nelly's young.
Oh,
Right.
Look at both cats just looking at you. They're so cute.
What's going on? You admiring?
They're like,
me?
hello.
You're going to do something fresh.
Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of how I pictured him, a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Douche.
Douchey. Like,
Douchey.
just
Oh,
like,
are you a babysitter?
Are you, let me give you, my wife, my ex-wife
She'll
could
pay
pay
you.
you,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yuck.
He sucks.
Then we have Haley.
Oh, the scene. I was like, oh no.
and she is thinking and thinking, and she thinks that Dan has something to do with what's
Yeah.
going on.
I like how she's sitting and she's got the moose on the table.
And she's just staring at it.
Yeah, because like then you go crazy. Like, what else do
Mhm.
you think? And then
Mhm.
she's like, huh. And she has the memory of Dan saying, I have to be away from the house this afternoon.
Right.
And she's like, uh-oh.
And she starts digging. She finds a ton of money.
Money, the baseball,
the picture of Lydia. And when he comes in and he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I thought you said you lost everything.
Yeah.
So she starts going off. You lied about this. You lied about that. You have something to do with Nate being like gone, and going on and on and on. And then he's like, let me explain myself.
Yes.
And we find out that he did set the fire, but he did it because he was desperate to be closer to his family. And
He
he's
saw the ice crack with Nate.
like, right.
He's getting in there.
Yeah.
That didn't happen yet, though.
No, that just summed up the whole
Yeah, it
scene
just
with
summed
them.
up the whole scene. But
That's okay.
then we have the little boy with Clay again, right?
Yep. Logan gives him, he gives Logan the plane.
Right.
And that Logan's like, oh, you're not afraid
You're not
anymore?
afraid anymore?
And then
Okay.
they're going to go fly him tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
That's
but
what he said.
again, that bedroom,
Mhm.
real bare.
Weird.
Chase.
Chase yells at Chris. Gives
Yeah.
him a piece of his mind.
That he
And
bailed
not
on to-
Alex is
The
there.
musicians are all the same.
I was really waiting for him to like yell at Chris and then look at not Alex and be like, and fuck you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You're a slut. I'm
Yeah.
bang her. She's cheating on you, whatever.
I
And
think
like,
he
peace out.
doesn't. He just wants to get back at Chris in his own
Right.
weird
Yeah.
way.
And that's why he says, oh, yeah, I talked to her. She's coming over
Yeah.
tonight.
And it's just sex.
Yeah.
And she,
Yeah.
the thing is, everyone's getting a high off of it. Chris just doesn't know he's getting a high off of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, she's loving this because she can be like the other woman.
And she's manipulating
She's ma-
everyone.
exactly. So you're all playing her dumbass
Yeah.
game.
Ugh.
Yeah. Jamie
Yeah, in bed with
Jamie.
Quinny eating popcorn.
leaves a voicemail.
Mhm.
Gonna
And-
pass out.
Quinn is worried about Haley
Rightfully so.
because she says, "Hey, Clay hasn't heard from him either."
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Plus, she
worried
gets her
about you.
voicemail like, "Oh, I'm worried about you. Hope everything's okay."
Right.
Which is clearly not.
I liked the Clay text.
Yeah.
Yes, that was sweet.
Then this is kind of when everything is coming to a head. So we have Brooke
Yep.
starts to compare the notes.
She notices the note's handwriting, and she's like, "Huh."
The exclamation point is what gives it away because it's the line with the X.
Yeah.
And they're both the
What
same.
an idiot.
Well, she doesn't.
I don't
I
think
guess
she
she doesn't
cared.
care. I guess she
Doesn't
doesn't
give a-
care.
And then at the same time, Julian is at the bar.
Mhm.
He sees drunk guys he's been drinking, and he just confronts them, and it turns
Makes
into
them
a
like,
fight.
yeah.
Turns into a
and
bar fight.
Makes them punch him in multiple times.
And then Brooke shows up at the at the other
This
cafe.
part was great.
And this is the flash
Breaking
forward.
shit.
She just starts breaking shit, destroying the whole place.
And I wonder what that girl was doing. She's just watching her do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be in total shock?
Yeah, I mean, and then I guess
She's like,
after-
I want to, can you give her a message? And she's like, yeah, sure. What? And then she just starts fucking going off.
Oh,
I've always
God.
wanted to do that.
Me too.
Yeah, right. Just get all your anger out
So
that way.
fun.
So nice.
Probably feels so good.
Then this is the scene where
Haley
Haley and
confronts
Dan,
Dan.
Yeah.
and Dan's like, at first he's like, "Let me tell you what's happening." She's like, "You're lying, lying, lying," and then he admits
Yeah.
he burned down the he burned down his
He burned down the
diner.
fire.
He burned down his fire, and he also that scene where he like lights the lighter and he's like smirking and like throws it
Yeah.
behind him. I was just like, this is so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. So he burned down the diner, and, you know, she thinks he has something to do with Nate being gone. He just says that he's a desperate man, wanted
Right.
to be closer to his
He's
family.
promised. He's only just found out that Nate's missing.
Do you believe him?
Yeah. What do you guys
Yeah, I
think?
believe him.
I do too.
It's Nate is his only. If he saw the shred in Nate, he would never do anything to harm him.
Right.
So I
And
don't
then
think he's lying.
The scene kind of becomes Haley saying, "Oh, you're right. I'm."
Yeah, that was so strange.
I
mean,
get it now, though.
Yeah,
I get
but
it
you
now.
get it.
I get it, but it was really weird.
It was clear that she
Watching
was
it.
like, "Okay, I need to get away,"
Yeah.
Mhm.
and she gets away and locks herself in her room and makes the phone
Dan
call.
obviously didn't buy it though. He's
Yeah.
standing
He
by
knows.
the door like
We didn't buy it, so if we didn't buy it, Dan
Right.
didn't buy it,
Mhm.
and he hears that
She
she's
locks the
saying-
doors, turns the sink on, then calls 911.
Says there's a murderer in my house.
in the
So
house.
I'm guessing.
And she did mention
the lurking.
Were you lurking around? I saw, the shadow twice that day or whatever. She did mention it, but he didn't say anything about that.
Yeah. I don't
So
know
maybe
if this is
it's not.
confirmed or not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because he was in town then.
Well, I think he was scoping
we
out the lay
didn't
of the
see
land.
him yet.
Yeah, but
Right.
he could have been scoping it out. Like,
Right.
all right, what's my best angle
Mhm.
to get in here?
Yeah.
And
Right.
then might probably saw, Nate's traveling and gone.
Mhm.
This is my perfect time to get in.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, that's
yeah.
it.
And that was it, right?
That's it. Good stuff.
It was
Good.
good. It really ended like on a really, really high note
yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
So
okay,
you guys
I'm really
liked it?
excited.
Yes. Very good season.
So it's only
So
the
good.
fifth episode, and it's far superior to 7 and 8 for sure. But
oh yeah,
6,
Truly don't remember, honestly.
that was like the like Leighton.
Lindsay, right?
No,
Was
I
that
think that
5?
was 5.
No, that was Leighton together.
yeah, Leighton they were together already.
Right. Very stressful time.
Baby.
That's when
Bees.
you thought she was dying.
Babies and things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we should take a break.
Take a break.
Take a
and
break.
we'll come back with the segments and Michelle's new segment.
Oh,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Hey guys.
We're here to talk about
Hi.
Patreon again.
Yeah, really quick. I just wanted to tell you guys about our Patreon page, patreon.com/treehilltalk. Or you could go to treehilltalk.com and just click that big support button. If you like this
big.
show and you would like to support it in its last final weeks,
Weeks, guys.
We're down to
Weeks.
weeks. This show will be ending, but your support goes a long way. It's your best opportunity to get some bonus content. And if we hit our goal, which we are insanely close
We're
to hitting,
so
we
close.
will be posting bonus Tree Hill Talk episodes. So those bonus episodes will have like top 10 lists, our favorite characters, favorite storylines. We will watch and react to blooper reels. You guys have sent us a ton. I know. There's a lot of
I want
bloopers.
that to happen.
Right? I know.
Come on, guys.
Guys, help us hit the goal. $1 a month goes a long way. There's a bunch of different tiers, bunch of perks. We do a live stream every week where we watch the episode that we're going to be talking about with you guys. We also have Michelle and Liz's pre-show, which is them doing their predictions for that week's episode.
Always a good time.
Always a good time. And yeah, just a fun place to hang out. We post behind the scenes and stuff like that. So if you like the show and you would like to support it, head over to patreon.com/treehilltalk. And that also will help us kickstart our new podcasts coming up soon, which is Let's Talk OC and 3 Gossip Girls podcasts. So
so exciting.
I
It's
love the title.
right? So exciting. So if you love the show and you would like to lend your support and join the Tree Hill Talk Patreon family, patreon.com/treehilltalk. Thanks.
Yay.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
Got you guys.
We were looking down.
They're both looking down. I'm like,
looking at my phone.
I was getting all my preps.
Getting all my
Do you need more
stuff.
time?
No.
No, I'm good.
Sure.
This is Trail Talk. We wing everything.
Come on, we just do it.
We're
We do
natural
it.
wingers.
We are
Should
wingers.
we do our normal trivia first, and then you want to go into your segment? Should we do our normal segments? What do you want to do?
Trivia first.
Okay, trivia first.
Trivia.
I have to think about my favorite character and all that jazz.
Right. Okay, let's give us a couple of
Do
minutes.
you guys have
Um,
your favorite characters?
I have to
Oh.
marinate a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Trivia.
Let's
We'll do
trivia.
So Trishy. Guys.
I was like, do we have a new correspondent?
Trishy.
Trishy. I'm thinking of Krista's
Krista's mom, Trishy.
Oh, Trishy.
God. Shout out to Trishy though. Tish. Here we go.
Oh, that's all kinds of tones.
We like to
Acapella.
harmonize.
Yep. Our trivia correspondent. Here we go. Happy stream night. Here is my trivia. Although credited, Lee Norris' mouth does not appear in this
No, he
episode.
doesn't.
He doesn't.
I missed him.
They just referenced him being fat. That's about it.
Yeah.
This is the second episode this season not to feature Nathan, and he is not credited. This episode is named after a song by Echo and the Bunnymen. It features music from Katie Herzig, who was also featured in seasons 6 through 8.
I remember that. Wow.
How do you remember that?
I remember her when we used to back then talk about the music in the
It's
episode.
impressive. So impressive.
I have a great memory. What can I say?
That Florence song at the
Flor-
end,
love.
perfect.
Yeah.
So it was like
For
the
those-
build,
The
build.
builds
yeah.
and
Woo!
just
Yeah, good stuff.
Good
Good
shit.
stuff. Yep.
I love
that was
her.
perfect.
Yeah.
And then while we were live streaming, I know Gwen was in the live stream.
Gwenny.
And she also mentioned a bit of trivia. She said the actor that played the cop in the scene with Haley and Chris Keller was also James Lafferty's body double. They
That's
used
funny.
him a lot for when, quote unquote, Nate jumps into the river to save.
Well, he
Uncle
did jump
Coop.
into the river
liver.
a lot.
Yeah, to save.
Oh, remember
Uncle
Uncle Coop
Coop
and Rachel in the
and
limo,
Rachel?
and she pretended like she was pregnant.
Yeah,
She wasn't.
and
She's
she-
crazy. That
Rachel
bitch.
Katina. And he was in a bunch of episodes, and because they used him so much, they offered him the bigger part to kind of.
Aw,
And I
sweet.
think Gwen also said that he was. There was a scene. Oh, did I screenshot it? Oh, I think I didn't screenshot the part, but I'm pretty sure she said it was when someone was getting kicked off the NBA team, and his coach told him to go. It was that guy. He was used in that scene. He said, "Oh, your coach is waiting for you to speak with him." Like, he's had small
Oh,
roles
okay, yeah.
throughout.
That's
So
cool.
he's played a bunch of.
That's good for him.
people.
That's fun.
I think that's how I would want to be in a show.
right?
right?
Like he dabble here
I'm
and
not
there
the
on things.
major character.
You want to be a stunt double?
but
You could
I wanna
be
be
Nate
about
Stumped
that.
Double.
I want to be a stunt double, but then I want to have small parts.
yeah, small parts where I can hang around and get to know everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm not
like
the star.
Not the star.
I
Yeah.
don't really ever want to be the star.
That's fun.
It's a lot of pressure. ton.
That would be fun though, to have just a small part like on a show.
Yeah,
Hey,
just
CW,
like, get to know all of the people.
give us a ring-a-ling.
Like
Let
just
us
one
know.
line, like
Just
here's
a
your
one-liner.
coffee.
Yeah,
Have a great day.
exactly.
Hey, James Lafferty
You could
and
be like-
Stephen Clutty, you need us to be in a small
That would be a
scene and
good
everyone is doing
perk
great?
for everyone who's doing great.
Yeah.
To be an extra or have a small
Right?
role, like I
The
think their
tiniest role?
what's their largest tier? It's 10,000. They host a party
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
or something
Which
like
pretty awesome.
that. Yeah,
That would be pretty awesome.
it's crazy
So nuts.
to think about.
Mm.
But anyway,
Thanks, Tish, for the
yeah,
trivia.
yes,
and
thank
thank
you
and
you,
so
thank you,
much.
Gwen. We
Yes.
love getting trivia.
Yep.
Also, again, I didn't research, but someone tweeted at us that James wasn't on this season much because when they got signed on, he kind of really wasn't wanting to or not ready to come back to the show because he was on it for so long. So he's not really in it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was nice trivia.
was,
Like, thank you for letting us know.
Allison Alford that tweeted us
Thank
that.
you, Allison.
She said the reason Nathan isn't in some episodes this season is because James didn't want to do season 9 and agreed to it with limited appearances.
Right, limited. Which, hey,
Imagine
to
if
each
he
their own.
wanted to be in it. How would the story have gone?
right?
Right.
Exactly.
Something to discuss when we know the whole season.
Right. Right.
What would he be doing?
One of those special episodes.
Yeah.
What
Mm.
could have been on One Tree Hill?
Ooh,
That would be fun.
A little
What could
fanfic.
have been?
Little fanfic. Yeah.
Mhm.
That could be a really funny episode if we find One Tree Hill fan fiction.
That
And
would be
read it,
so much
and
fun.
That's a
read
good
it.
bonus episode.
Yeah.
You might want to head over to patreon.com/treehilltalk.
And help us hit
Make
that
And
goal.
help us hit that goal.
happen.
So we can
Enough
pull some
about
bonus-
that, though.
Yeah, seriously. Segments.
Do we marinate favorite character yet, or we're not ready?
I was
This
too
is a
busy
little
doing trivia.
difficult.
Okay.
Favorite
Me-
outfit?
All right, let's go
Okay,
favorite
okay,
outfit.
I loved Millie's outfit with her hearts.
Her hearts on it.
Oh, I
Yep.
don't even remember it.
When she was helping Brooke make the coffee,
The
she had like
red blouse.
a red blouse with hearts on it. It was like tucked into a skirt. It was
Yeah.
cute.
I liked Brooke's just a flowy white shirt with a pink, was it bra or tank top?
bra,
on?
Yeah, she's
she-
always adorable.
I'm like, I feel like if I tried to wear that, it would just wouldn't.
Not
But she
look
could
good.
pull off anything.
And I liked, even though it was simple, like when Quinn gets into bed with like her
Oh,
little
yeah.
like
It was a
hair up
little
in a bun with the
tie,
I
yeah.
headband.
loved the
She's
bun.
The
super-
cozy
She's
wear.
very cozy. I love Quinn's outfits.
I
'cause
do
they're just
too.
super
Quinn always
nice.
has good
It's like her
outfits.
whole wardrobe is from Aerie, like the entire
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
like beachwear from Aerie.
She
Yeah.
probably
Love it.
has all around my favorite outfits.
Same.
I think. I love some of everybody's pieces.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but Quinn in general,
overall-
like her embodiment of her like style, like that beachy vibe.
Love it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Wow. See, guys, we like Quinn. We
Look
like
at
something
that.
about her.
Yeah.
Are we ready for a favorite? I have mine.
I think I have mine. I feel like it's
Run through.
yeah.
This is just what my
Run through,
heart's
it's
telling
okay.
me to go with.
Yeah, mine
yeah,
too.
me too, I guess.
Are we ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Haley.
Brooke. Haley, Brooke, and Brooke.
Oh.
Haley was also up there for me.
Haley, yeah.
But Brooke, to me, the way
end
she
scene.
like,
I like-
yeah,
love the end scene.
she was just so feisty this episode. I
and
really
when
enjoyed
she
it.
was like to Chase, like, you're dead to me.
And Julian, like, be
confronting-
better. We're fine.
Yeah,
We're past
yeah.
this. Move on.
She was being very sweet
Oh.
and supportive
It's
to
okay.
Julian.
You can absolutely change, but we can keep Haley as well. We love Haley.
I know, I just loved Haley's scenes. But
Yeah.
Brooke's scenes, this was difficult.
It was hard.
I was
It was
going
a hard
between
one.
Haley and Brooke too.
Same. It's a hard toss up each week, mostly.
Yeah.
Do we have a
Mhm.
least?
Well, I mean,
Do we even
Yeah.
have to say it?
Ba-ba-ba. Okay, ready?
Oh, Ingrid had to think about it.
Well, I was like, ready? 3,
Mhm.
2, 1.
Not
Not Alex.
AKA Tara, but we'll never
AKA
call her
well,
that.
no. She doesn't,
She
deserve
even
a name.
deserve a name.
she sucks.
She's horrible.
She's kind of really terrible.
Do
Which
we
is
have
funny
any
because
quotes?
that actress is like such a sweetheart.
Yeah,
you
she's
know?
a cute little
Sure,
girl.
yeah.
But they ruined
But
her with
she
this.
just plays such a
Her
shit bag.
character
Yeah,
sucks.
her character is such a
It
shit
does.
bag.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any quotes that you like?
Yes.
See what I
Mostly
wrote
Chris
down.
Keller stuff.
Of course,
It's
Chris
always
Keller
Chris Keller.
things.
Oh, well, I did like Quinn saying you didn't need to drown him.
Yeah.
I liked look up bitch and you'll see Brooke.
Yeah.
When
Naughty, naughty.
Naughty. That's the one I wrote down.
Or it's Kid Keller.
Kid Keller was cute.
Yeah, I had look up bitch and you'll see Brooke.
Yeah.
I thought I wrote down something else with Chris Keller. And then I also loved just the scene with Chase and Chuck just saying it was a given. Like, I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
my heart melted. It was so
Yeah.
cute.
They have such a sweet friendship.
Yeah, they really do.
I'm trying to see if I can find the Brooke quote exactly from the episode when she says, she used to be a bitch and oh, here it is. I found it. I know your type. I used to be a bit of a bitch just for the sake of being one, but
Mhm.
now I am a bitch for the sake of my friends and family. You do not want to test that.
It's absolutely true.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Love
for
that.
you, Brooke.
Yeah.
Michelle,
Yes.
what is your added segment?
It's funny and
It's funny?
corny.
Okay, great.
I'm
All about
I love
that.
it.
Here comes Michelle, and here she comes. At work today, we were talking about TV shows as we usually do, and then we were trying to decide which characters would be what kind of dogs.
Okay.
So
This is
I
fun.
love
Nicole
it.
and I, we did One Tree Hill, of course,
Oh my God.
and so we were thinking that Nate would be a Labrador.
I was
Yeah.
thinking Black Lab.
Yeah.
Lucas would be a golden retriever.
Yes.
100%.
That flowy hair, as Nicole
Yeah.
said. We think that, I think we said Mouth would be a Cavalier.
Oh.
Just because they're so
Aw,
sweet.
yeah.
Yes. Adorable.
Skills would be a boxer.
Yep.
Yep.
Did we do Brooke? Oh, Peyton would be a poodle, standard poodle.
Oh,
Standard-
okay.
A yellow standard or white standard poodle. Brooke, did we get to Brooke? I don't know if we ended up doing Brooke and we needed, Julian. Oh my gosh. She's like, Julian is such a little pussy sometimes. He would need to be like a dog that shakes. I forgot it was really funny the way
Like a
Nicole presented
Pomeranian?
it. Yeah.
A Chihuahua?
I'll
a Chihuahua.
I'll take a little Chihuahua juju.
Yeah, and then we had this Pomeranian in who had like it was a very different looking Pomeranian, but she was very sweet and she had like a very like pointed features. So we're like, Brooke would be Nala
Mhm.
the Pom.
Oh.
But we didn't and then Dan, we said an American bulldog.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
who did I say? I said someone would be a pit bull. Maybe I was between that with Dan. And we said someone would be a pocket pit.
Clay.
Oh yeah, who's Clay and Quinn?
Yeah, we didn't get that far.
Well, of
so
course.
here's my question for you guys.
God.
And it's fun to do because I did Saved by the Bell cast and all these
That
other
is
casts.
funny.
But who do you think Clay and Quinny would be?
Quinn, a Cocker Spaniel.
I was just going to say that with the ears, with
The
the
ear,
curly
yeah,
ears.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was
Mhm.
going to say.
And Clay, I see
A wiener dog? No.
No.
Josh
a dachshund.
Dachshund, yeah.
Oh man, Clay.
It's a tough
I could
one.
see him as like a
'Cause
beagle.
I was going to say,
A
I could picture
beagle.
him as like a dopey kind of dog.
Or a
but-
basset hound.
Yeah, basset hound. That fits him. Yeah, that fits him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun, Michelle.
Or a Frenchie.
Oh, but
Yeah, I could
Frenchies
see
are
that.
So cute.
I know. All dogs are cute.
All dogs are cute.
All dogs are cute.
Yeah. Oh, and Haley we didn't do
Oh,
either.
Haley.
But Haley needs, she, like an all around, I could also see her as a Cavalier. But the problem is a lot of Cavaliers don't have, like Haley could be so,
Haley's like a golden doodle.
yeah. Like they need a little bite.
Yeah.
Like Mouth is just so sweet
Yeah.
and gets along with everyone. And so does Haley, but she has a little,
No, she's got a little feistiness.
Yeah. yeah, she could be a golden doodle.
Or
Or a mini golden doodle.
Ooh, a Shiba.
Oh, a Sheba.
Oh.
She's a
Shebas are so vocal. So
And
that
I think
would work.
I changed Clay. Clay's a husky.
Oh, yeah, that could work.
Like
Yeah.
Like there's a like rah rah rah.
They're so mouthy as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like then, what about, oh God, Chase?
Oh Chase.
Oh yeah,
Chase could be a Frenchie.
he could be like a Frenchie. Yeah.
yeah, he could be.
He
a
could be.
Frenchie.
Like those Frenchies that kind of like roll over.
Yeah. I could
Mhm.
see
Or
that.
like a corgi.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, a corgi.
Like
Yeah, that would work.
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
That's fun. Maybe
a
next
fun
week
game.
we could do a different animal.
Sure. Yeah. Tweet us your
Or
answers.
tweet us like
Yeah.
if you want us to play any games like that.
Let us know
fun.
what
It's fun.
you think. the
Yeah, what
cast
do you
is.
guys think?
Your cat. The cast is dogs.
I think Karen would be a cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
Nala.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She is Nala.
She is
She's
Nala.
a lion. She's a lioness.
A lioness.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that segment.
Good
job. Yay.
Yay.
Do we do all of them?
Just gotta do some shout outs. That's it, right?
Shout outs.
Mhm.
All right.
I have a few shout outs.
Cool.
I have some SoundCloud shout outs.
Wow.
We've had some likes
Scratch it
over
up.
there. It's fun. You think it's funny when iTunes has shout outs?
No,
SoundCloud
I
should
love
have
it. I
shout-outs.
love it that we represent all. And we
Wherever
appreciate all.
someone likes, tweets at us, leaves us a comment, I want to, you should be represented. You're in the community. THT fam.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. So on SoundCloud.
Ooh. SoundCloud? Is that SoundCloud's French brother?
Yes,
SoundCloud?
yes, it is. We want to go to France, don't we?
Yep.
Sound.
SoundCloud.
Jody